Hey there! So today we're going to do something really cool. We're going to unlock the secret story behind one of the very first and most important characters you'll ever learn in Chinese.
Okay, here it is. This character means I or me, and you pronounce it 我. Trust me, this one is everywhere. You're going to use it in pretty much your first sentence.
And yeah, I know what you're probably thinking. For such a simple word, that character looks a little busy, doesn't it? All those strokes can feel pretty intimidating at first. But what if I told you there's a hidden story inside that actually makes it incredibly easy to remember? That's right, we're about to crack the code on this thing. So forget trying to memorize every single line and dash. Instead, we're going to uncover a simple, ancient story that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. So, the first step is to stop looking at it as one big, complex shape. Let's just split it right down the middle. See? Now we have a left side and a right side. And each one is a clue. Let's start with our first clue, the bit on the left. This part is a radical that means hand. You'll actually see this little guy in tons of characters that have to do with actions. For our story, all you need to do is picture it as a hand reaching out. All right, now for clue number 2. The component on the right side is actually its own character, pronounced G. And what it is, well, it's a picture of an ancient weapon, kind of like a dagger axe that was used thousands of years ago. So let's just recap. We've got a hand and we've got a weapon.
So what in the world do you get when you put a hand and a weapon together? Well, this is where the story really comes alive. We're about to put the pieces together.
Putting it together is actually super simple. You start with the hand on the left, then you add that ancient weapon on the right, and what do you get? The result is a single picture, a hand holding a weapon. It's a perfect example of how Chinese characters are so often just built from these smaller, meaningful parts. Now, I want you to really picture this. Imagine an ancient warrior, maybe in the heat of battle, holding their dagger axe up high. What are they thinking? They're probably thinking, this is mine. This weapon belongs to me, right? They're defining themselves by what they hold, what they protect.
This is my weapon.
Character for I or me is literally a picture of a self, claiming ownership. It's an individual saying, this is me. Just remember it this way, a hand plus a weapon equals me. You know, the best part about all this is that it isn't just some one-off trick for this one character. This whole method of finding stories inside characters, it's a super powerful memory tool you can use for your entire journey of learning Chinese.
The process is pretty much always the same. First, just look at the whole character, then break it down into its smaller pieces, its radicals. Then the fun part. Find the hidden story that connects those parts, and then link that story right back to the character's meaning. It totally transforms memorization into a kind of discovery.
So there you have it. You'll probably never forget how to write I ever again. And it leaves you with this really fascinating question to carry with you. As you keep learning, what other secret stories, what other ancient pictures and ideas are just waiting for you to find them inside all the other characters?
Happy exploring!